Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another upgrades video. In today's upgrades video, we are taking a look once again at my brand new Remington 870. And before we get this video started, as always, there are a few different options for supporting the channel. Right now, you can click those links down in the description. You can buy some awesome Firearm Freedom merchandise, check that stuff out. And also, although the algorithms really aren't that great here on YouTube, if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on this content, the best way to do that is by commenting down below, hitting the subscribe button, and liking this video. That should ensure that these do not get hidden from your subscription feed. We have the Remington 870 Retro back on the table. The last video that I did on this shotgun about a month ago absolutely blew up. We hit about 40,000 views in like 6 days, which for my channel is incredible. So I know you guys really like these retro shotguns, and everyone was screaming in the comment section to see this Remington 870 standard home defense model, but in more of a retro wood finish option, go against head-to-head the new Mossberg retrograde shotguns, and more specifically the 590 with an 8-shot mag tube and a 20-inch barrel bayonet lug. And guys, all I'll say to that is soon, very soon, you may be seeing that on the channel. So stay tuned for that. It is going to be months of some retrograde shotguns, and I don't know, there's something about these guns that just, again, they just draw me to it. Everyone jokes around at work, but as soon as I see at the shop that I work at a wood stock security style shotgun, you can almost guarantee that thing's going to be coming home with me. I don't know why I'm so drawn to them. I just am. I cannot stop buying these shotguns. Since the last video that you saw this Remington in, the first impressions video, I have done a few minor tasteful upgrades, and we're going to talk about those upgrades and, more importantly, how this shotgun is performing. I know a lot of people are still kind of up in the air on the trust with Remington, and honestly, guys, I am right there with you. I am still very uneasy about Remington as a company. However, with my TAC 14 hardwood and now this 870, again, they're starting to win me over a little bit. One of the most notable, awesome upgrades that I have to it is something that I just found out about, and it is this Versa Carry sling. So I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't know much about Versa Carry as a company, and how I found this sling, I actually did a search on our distribution channels at work for leather slings. I thought, you know, for this style of shotgun, I'm not going as much practical as I am going just kind of retro and cool and still capable, but again, just kind of going for that look. And in my search, I came across this Versa Carry sling. This is one of the coolest slings that I've had in a very long time. I don't know that I have a sling cooler than this one, to be completely honest with you. Full disclosure, Versa Carry did send me this sling. I was going to purchase it, and I figured, you know what, let me reach out to them and see if they have any sort of collaboration things for the channel, because I love the product, so I would love to rep it on the channel. They did send me this sling to check out, and I also am an affiliate with them now, so essentially what that means, I'll post the link down in the comment section. It'll bring you to the Firearm Freedom Facebook post, and because YouTube's ridiculous with their links and how that works, there'll be a link there on how to get this sling, and anything you purchase from there will actually help support the channel, so I appreciate it. But all that aside, they did not ask me to do a video on this sling. There's not any sort of like, here's some money, do a positive review. None of that. And the sling is super affordable. I love it. I had to get it on the channel. So basically, this is their cotton web rifle sling, and if you were looking for something that kind of mixes military surplus with modern age and new materials, this is it. So you got OD cotton web, and unfortunately the OD green is incredibly hard to find. Obviously it's probably because it is their coolest option in my opinion, but they do have this in khaki and then also black. You have brass sliders here and buckles, which look excellent, and then to top it off, you have this sweet leather finish up at the top. It does come with sling swivels as well, and that's really cool because the Remington came with the little knob at the front there to put the swivel in, but it did not come with swivels. So this one, you got your swivels already, and I know this is more designed to be like kind of a rifle sling, but I think it looks excellent on this shotgun. And the nice thing is, because it's not leather and you got cotton web, it falls really nicely on the side of the shotgun when I am reloading. So a lot of leather slings are going to stay pretty firm, and unless you have them very, very loose, they might sit kind of right in the middle of your loading port there where you need to get. This sling falls right over to the side, no problems, and although it is not like a Vickers Blue Force gear sling or something like that, it's still great for just simply slinging the shotgun on your shoulder, kind of old school, but just the proper way to use a sling when you don't want to be carrying the shotgun, and it works great for that. Now, of course, in the rear, we also have a similar leather setup here with the sling swivel. No problems, no complaints there. And this is real leather, feels good. And then it also has a flat head on the other side. So if you wanted to unscrew this and remove it, it's not riveted, and you could put a QD cup there with the QD swivel. You could do a lot of things with this sling, and again, I think it's quite the vibe. I like this quite a bit, and I think they're like 35 bucks or something. I mean, it's tough to beat. So I guarantee you the Mossberg will probably have this very same sling because I just can't get enough of it. It is awesome for the price, so I wanted to give them a huge shout out. But that's the one upgrade that I did to this. And then also, I popped on an STAC 4-shot shotgun card here on the side. This is the biggest complaint that everyone is going to have about this very traditional sporting handguard up here on the Remington. With the sporting series, it's going to come all the way back about a quarter of the way through the receiver itself. That becomes a big issue when you're looking at putting any sort of shotgun card on the side. And of course, I ran into that here. Now, luckily, companies like STAC do make little 4-shot cards, and I was looking at the Mesa Tactical ones, but honestly, guys, with where those sit with the pinholes, it's still going to be a little too large, even the 4-shot. So you're going to have to go with a Velcro shotgun card. That's about the only way you're going to get extra rounds on here. No, it's not the full mag tube, so it is what it is. You'll be able to top it off a little bit, but if you want to keep this handguard, that's just kind of what you're going to be looking at on a more retro shotgun. And that's where everyone was kind of saying, hey, a regular kind of old school security corncob style forend like on the Mossberg is going to be superior. And although I think this forend is awesome, it's absolutely excellent the way that they did it, I do wish it was more of a classic corncob because, again, I think you're going to have some issues. As far as a light option on this shotgun, I just went no white light, and, you know, it kind of is what it is. Now, in the future, I really am interested in going with the GG&G offset light mount. They got one for 870s that works great. It actually just sticks a pick rail out in front by about an inch, so that way you can move your white light, not get as much of a shadow, and I think that is probably what I'm going to go with here for the Remington, just to give me a white light option, which I think is nice to have, and it brings this shotgun from being more of a, you know, maybe kind of cool, nice retro shotgun to more of a very practical home defense option for modern times. So I think that's really cool, and I probably am going to do that in the future, especially they're like 20 bucks, so you can't really beat it for the price. As far as how the shotgun is performing, I'm proud to say that I have still not cleaned this thing. It's a pump shotgun. I'm not expecting it to get carboned up and have issues with feeding or anything. What I am looking out for, though, is the finish, the Remington finish. I purposefully have been handling it barehanded, kind of throwing it around, and I got news for you guys. On an older Remington, that would have rusted. That just, it is what it is. The finish was horrendous. You guys can see, still no rust whatsoever. And it's been over a month of handling it, throwing it around. Again, older Remingtons, I guarantee you, one weekend of that and throwing it in the safe, you would have seen surface rust starting in the areas of high use, of high handling. And in this case, I'm not seeing it. I'm still seeing pretty good. There's no rusting anywhere that I can see, no surface rusting. So Remington, you're looking all right on the finish. And if you can continue that, that's pretty awesome. My TAC 14 hardwood was the exact same way. So I'm going to continue that and just kind of keep running it and seeing if there is going to be any surface rust or anything like that as we move along. I've been throwing this thing around at the range, so it's starting to get some character, starting to get some dings in the handguard up here, which I think is great. You know, I don't have any complaints about that. It's a hard use shotgun, so it is what it is. The stock, same thing. Some scratches here, scratches there. I still have my same gripe about fitment, which, as we'll look at in the Mossberg, is quite frankly much better, so stay tuned for that. But fitment on the stock could be a lot better. This is something that I think Remington could slow down on and try a little harder for fitment. I would love to see that change in the future, and that's a gripe I will still hold as I've been shooting the shotgun. As far as reliability, of course, no problems. It's a pump action shotgun. The ejectors, the extractors, still working great. No complaints there. It's the mag tube, you know, of course, being an 18.5-inch barrel, is only 6 or 7 rounds, depending on how you load the shotgun, with one in the chamber, 6 rounds in the mag tube. I wish it was more, but traditionally with a shorter 18.5-inch shotgun, you're looking at a 6-round mag tube. That just kind of is what it is. Remington just gives you that, like, fake out style of mag extension where it looks like it's giving you like 3 or 4, but it's really only a +2 extension. That is gonna wrap this video up. It's a little bit of a shorter one. I love everything about this shotgun. It's excellent, and I love a gun that is affordable and that I don't kick myself for buying. You know, I'm a consumer just like you guys. I work at a shop where I'm constantly spending my freaking paycheck in the shop buying stuff. So when I buy something, I want it to work. And this was one that, again, I bought it, and I'm very, very happy with my purchase, which is excellent. It's caused great reviews here on the channel, and I can't get enough of that. I love a good retro pump shotgun. And again, stay tuned in the future for some really cool head-to-head shotgun videos with this versus the Mossberg retrograde as we move on down this path of testing these awesome shotguns. If you guys have any other questions about this shotgun or anything else on the channel, please throw them down below in the comment section, and I absolutely will get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description for the ways to support the channel. And as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.